Master Grade New Gundam version KA Double Fin Funnel Custom Unit. Hey, what's up again everybody? It's Robert184, 2Rs, 2Bs, gundam.tk, and I'm sure there's been a lot of people anxiously checking their mailboxes as it's time now to take your new Gundam and soup it up with the Double Fin Funnel Custom Unit here from Bandai, premium online exclusive. The new was out in December and it's an early 2013 release for 2,000 Japanese yen. This is the high-grade Universal Century New Gundam spinning around here, but when they first announced the news that they were going to be making the equivalent of a 2.0 Master Grade of the New Gundam, everybody went ecstatic, especially when it's going to be styled by Katoki Hajime there. You can check out its full review, but even better was just going to be the news that there is a lot of mobile suit variations of the New Gundam, from the heavy weapon system, which is very well known, to the lesser known, perhaps, double fin funnel type, although it's going to be pretty simple to imagine it. Because if you've got an asymmetrical set of weapons over your left shoulder, why not throw one over your right shoulder or split it up? And I have to say that Bandai did a great job with the new Master Grade because they gave you the ability to do 3 and 3, or without buying a second kit, if you're able to get one of these and purchase it online, you can have your own easy way to get 6 and 6 over the shoulders or shooting out into action. Box tour now with that long English name up there, and more importantly down below it's going to say version KA use down there, double fin funnel, and you can see here the effect parts, which is definitely going to be the plus, something that you couldn't get around if you wanted to just buy 2 versions of the version KAMG. And actually it looks like it's going to have 6 and 6 here, but it's probably going to be a fold there down the middle, and the actual fin funnels themselves were a blast to put together the first time, and they'll only be more fun the second. Simple packaging throughout, as you've got the beam effect parts there, as you can see that they're going to look very cool in there with the lightning effect going across. More importantly, there's going to be a complete list of what you're going to be getting inside. First of all, a whole new arm down there to go along with the black A. If you wanted to paint that up red to have it match the shoulder, I think that would be even cooler. There you can see that you're going to have the 6 parts when they're all put together for the funnels themselves, and 6 of those arms if you want to go back and compare it to Master Grade, Strike Freedom, or the High New, or things like that where they've got dragoons and various things whooshing around. Well, they all did it poorly because they're all just going to collapse downwards. These ones with their multi-points of articulation do it right. You can see the effect parts, and there's going to be a very nice set of decals and marking seals that are actually going to be water transfers down there. And perhaps I should have focused on this, but this is what you want to do with the double fin funnel set. It's all about symmetry and, more importantly, just pure power. Inside the box we go now, where you're going to be treated to identical water slides up there, but much more importantly, check those out on the inside there. It looks like they are just going to bend there in the middle as you're going to pop them out. Remember that the new Gundam's effect parts did not fit in here. These ones look a lot bigger and more imposing, and how about that angry lightning? Moving on, it's going to be stuff that we're all familiar with from putting together the regular one there, the clear parts for the arm and the arms that are going to be holding up the actual funnels themselves, with the black parts there for the inside, the white parts there for the outside, the familiar Amuro Ray there, and you can see all the inner frame that's going to be necessary to go along with the nice yellow and a manual. Something else that's really cool about these effect parts when you pop them off is that they're noticeably different here on different sides. So you've got silver over here on one side and some very cool, very angry looking gold to make it look even more lightning effect. And they're going to tell you very specifically in the manual that when you go and fold these up, that what you're supposed to do is have the silver on the outside and the gold crackling through on the inside. So you can see that when it's separated there, you actually do get the effect of different colors. Bandai, very well done. You know, I don't know if this is a joke or sad, but I'm just trying to think here. If you had only one of these sheets here, it looks like there's almost enough that if you took some of these and you wanted to paste them together, that you might be able to get an additional set out there and then take your fin funnels and get 12 of them out there. Unfortunately, you'd have lines there in a few places because Bandai's got a line down here that's going to be obviously part of the randomization, and you'd have that line in the middle. So if you're cheap though, well, you could pull off something here. And the other worst joke is, well, maybe instead of folding these, why not just cut it and make sure you line up all your silvers and golds on one side? I actually think those colors could be neat. And though you'd lose this kind of cool beveled effect, yes, you'd be saving some money and still getting the things that everybody wants the most. If you want to see even more details about the plates and rudders, of course, go check out my review of the regular MG version KA of the new Gundam. It was a decade in the waiting and something that I was very, very excited to review the first time, and just as excited to supplement right now. So here's the custom instruction manual. It's not going to be a nice one particularly over here. They're just going to give you the same kind of information that they do in the regular thing, and you can see B2, F, I, K, Q, and R down there. They're going to show you how to pop out the effect parts. Don't chop off those little, they're not triangular, but the little hooks there, they're supposed to be there if you actually want to put those inside. They're going to show you exactly where to put the water seals on, only this part down here. And if you're missing parts, they're going to cost you a fair bit down there. Beam effect parts, 600 yen if you want to go and replace those. I hope you like doing the same thing 6 times, because that's what this is all about over here. And then you're going to fold them up. They're going to show you exactly here which heights you want to go and put those on there. 1, 2, 1, 4, 1, 3, 1, 4. And then they're going to show you that you can put those on to either side of the backpack. Make sure when you're following the regular directions that you put on the double fin funnel equip types there. And then it's time to get the display stand there. And then you're going to have a whole new second one. And for the beam effect parts, this is the most interesting part for me. You can bend this part down and you're going to slide them back, so they should lock into place neatly. And it's sort of interesting there that they are going to have a 3D effect, as they're sort of going to bulge out there on either side, whereas they're going to be tapered in the front. Can't wait to see how it works in action. So lots of fun here for the unbox for one particular reason for me. I mean, there's a few negatives. First of all, the fact that they did identical water slides. Well, I suppose if you screwed them up the first time, you can do that and go throw on more Ras all over the place if you want to do that. Again, I complained it would have been nice if they had more of the traditional Amuro A's, especially if they're going to be giving you this. But the most important thing here is just the effect parts look fantastic. Everything else, outside of the fact that they actually fall off unless you put these on perfectly and then never touch your new Gundam, well, that's not going to get fixed here unless you want to go and glue it all in. But everything's in there. But the thing that I still have to wonder about is why, if they're already going to have a base down there, an Amuro base, why they're going to be giving you a second one, because the first one can actually equip up to 12 shooting out, never mind the 12 that you could throw on the shoulders. Nonetheless, I suppose that rather than splitting up that clear plate, they decided that it's just better just to print off the whole plate there, and if they're going to print off the whole plate, we'll throw in a few hundred yen more of big bulky plastic there. But like I said, maybe a red one might be in the cards. Nonetheless, you've already seen my version of the double fin funnel version, but I can't wait to see it all pinkified out. Anyway, everybody, thanks for watching, everybody. Stick around, lots more news reviews and everything else you can use. See ya. Really? The question is, how ridiculous is this guy about to get?